Hello, you're welcome on another exciting episode of your guide on the maritime sector, Nimasa this week. It's been a wet week in most parts of Nigeria and the water levels are rising. So we employ everyone to be more safety conscious even as we navigate our roads and especially the waterways. My name is Moyioluwa Olutayo, your guide on the program. Sit tight as we begin to unfold what we have for you for this week.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder's certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificates, service certificates, cargo ship certificates, and waiver certificates or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
It's still Nimasa this week, and for those that are just joining us, you're welcome. Let us set sail again from the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, where the Honorable Minister, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, achieved another milestone with the commissioning of more tugboats of the Nigerian Port Authority. The minister also received in audience the United Arab Emirates ambassador to Nigeria for a fruitful discussion. Stay tuned.
The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, has commissioned high-tech marine crafts by the Nigerian Ports Authority. This milestone strengthens Nigeria's position as a leading maritime nation. The new tugboats will enhance port efficiency and boost operations.
The operation of these two multi-functional capacity tugboats will complement the existing fleet of ASD Neotric 18 tons black bull tugboats. This administration's commitment to investing in the development of our maritime asset is resolute. We recognize the critical role that efficient port operations play in accelerating economic growth and will do all that is required to update the existing facilities to deliver on this. By acquiring this modern marine craft, we are reaffirming our commitment to maximize the opportunities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. We are determined to optimize our competitive edge as a littoral nation and deepen our efficiencies through the development of cutting-edge technology and equipment.
I'm grateful to the Honorable Minister for his forward-thinking approach to the maritime sector. In the last so many years, we've lost a lot of our trades to the neighboring countries. And the minister, when he came on board, he said, we have to recoup what we have lost and we have to do better so that we can sustain. So I'm glad that we're here today, and I appreciate MPA for their efforts and the Honorable Minister for ensuring that we are all on our toes. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy has intensified efforts to improve on bilateral relations with the United Arab Emirates. He received in audience the United Arab Emirates ambassador to Nigeria, His Excellency Salem Said Al-Shamsi, and they discussed issues bordering on port modernization and how Nigeria can develop capacity based on a mutually beneficial relationship with the Emirates.
Your Excellency, I would like to express the UAE commitment to enhancing bilateral relations between the two countries, including cooperation in the marine and blue economy. I assure you that we are here to be a part of your ministry, your team, and as you know, marine and blue economy now, it's one of the most important for every country, and we would love to have a visit for you, Your Excellency, to visit UAE, to take a look at closely to develop UAE in this sector.
I believe that we will have a lot of opportunities mutually beneficial to the two countries. Like I mentioned, the economy is going to replace oil and gas subsequently. Because the natural resources that are there, just for you to just harness them. So, and looking at your own development in your country, you realize that your economy has developed to the level that we need to do a lot of things together in the interest of our own development as well.
Nimasa this week, the voice of Maritime, showing on these stations.
It gladdens our hearts that there is fruitful deliberation going on between Nigeria and United Arab Emirates. I'm sure that the interaction between the Honorable Minister and the Dubai Ambassador to Nigeria is going to yield fruit in not too distant future. Let's now bring you home to Nimasa, where the Director General, Dr. Dayo Mobiriola, has continued his engagement session with relevant stakeholders in the quest to enhance safety and security in the maritime domain. We're still here.
The DG CEO Nimasa, Dr. Dayo Mobiriola, this week led Nimasa's management to engage officials of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC Shipping, led by the Managing Director, Captain Panos Gleatis. Dr. Mobiriola noted that the agency is committed to supporting indigenous shipping companies to grow their capacity. He stated that it is in Nigeria's best interest for more indigenous players to participate in the shipping industry and assured that Nimasa will work with NNPC Shipping to build local capacity.
We had a very useful and discussion previously, and I hope that we will work together achieving the goals of the country as we discussed. That's the only comment I want to make. And thank you all for, and especially the DG, for having us here.
We have had a very good discussion earlier on in my office on the way forward. And I want to say that the ideas that we have both exchanged is one that we strongly believe would help to develop Nigeria indigenous shipping company. So on that note, we are very aligned in our thoughts and in the interest of Nigeria. That being the case, the sky is the limit.
I just want to use this opportunity to still plead for a sort of waiver for us and some discounts. Because for us, it's not only about profitability. For NNPC, it's also about holding the nation strong on energy security.
I think I see a future, between NNPC Shipping and Nimasa So we're looking forward to more collaborations.
We appreciate you for finding time to come and see us. We promise that whatever collaboration we need between each other, we will try to cement it.
In another development, Dr. Dayo Mobiriola engaged the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, and they had a fruitful deliberation on areas of collaboration to enhance security in the Nigerian maritime domain, with improved air surveillance and better information sharing between Nimasa and the Nigerian Air Force. The Executive Director Operations at the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Engineer Fatai Taye Adeyemi, this week embarked on a working visit to the agency's Western Zonal Office, where he engaged members of staff on management's expectations. He was received by the Zonal Coordinator, Ms. Gloria Anyasodo.
We want to adopt a culture of professionalism as our core value, and is really showing in what we are doing with the little that we have. Like I told you, sir, I have wonderful staff, and they are all willing, and they are so committed, and they are professionals, they are knowledgeable, and they want to work.
You are the image maker of the agency. Please, wherever you find yourself, do your best. Wherever there's a leakage, or whatever you think you can do better to have more revenue, I will appreciate if people start bringing out idea and follow it up, so we have good revenue for the agency.
I have the benefit of having to say the vote of thanks today. I believe a lot of us have things that we would like to talk to the ED. The ED is not just for Western Zone. We will do proper to send our observations, whatever it is that we have, through the coordinator. We look forward to further engagements with you via the coordinator.
Nimasa this week, the voice of Maritime, showing on these stations.
During the day of the Seafarers celebration in Nigeria, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency recognized some organizations for being outstanding in various ways. The MD CEO of NNPC Shipping was on hand to receive the award for being the best shipping company for the placement of Nigerian seafarers on board for sea time.
Ladies and gentlemen, they said this award is for the best shipping company for the placement and engagement of Nigerian seafarers. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Shipping Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the MDCO for the award recipients. Collaborating with Nimasa, training NSCP cadets, having so many of them on board, and he says we are just starting.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, on the celebration of the Day of the Seafarer 2024, organized by Nimasa, I present to you an award of honor for the best shipping company for the placement of Nigerian seafarers.
Tetra Maritime Limited was recognized for being the most dedicated shipping company in training Nigerian seafarers.
The next award is for the most dedicated shipping company for the training of Nigerian seafarers. I want to invite the MD CEO of Tetra Maritime. Tetra Maritime, please. in the very best way.
The Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, on the celebration of the Day of the Seafarers 2024, organized by Nimasa, present an award of honor to your company for the most dedicated shipping company in the training of seafarers.
Bourbon Interoil Nigeria Limited was recognized for being the most gender-sensitive employer of seafarers in Nigeria, and their management were on hand to receive the award.
Those in charge of the awards did the analysis, and they says this shipping company is the most gender-sensitive employment of seafarers in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome from Bourbon Interoil Nigeria Limited. Bourbon, please. Let's welcome Mr. Magnus Ibe from Bourbon Interoil Nigeria Limited.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, on the celebration of the Day of the Seafarers 2024, organized by Nimasa, we present an award of honor to you, Bourbon Interoil Nigeria Limited, to the shipping company for the most gender-sensitive empowerment of seafarers, employment of empowerment.
Nimasa this week, the voice of Maritime, showing on these stations.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency this week hosted a highly anticipated one-day interactive workshop on civil liability and compensation for non-conventional vessels. The event featured a series of in-depth sessions aimed at sensitizing industry professionals and stakeholders about the compensation available to businesses and livelihoods affected by pollution damage from oil spills in the marine environment. In her address, the Deputy Director, Marine Environment Management, Dr. Oma Ofodile, highlighted the effects of oil spill on the environment.
Oil spill did not start today. It's been there even before the creation of the International Maritime Organization. And the task then was to ensure the prevention of oil spill and its containment whenever it happens. But before then, there had been other means that man developed in tackling its spills. But the good thing is that I am been able to consistent over the years, developing strategies to make it better for everyone. In addition to compensations that are needed when those spills occur. Take away the best you can from this gathering so that we'll make Nigerian waters a better place for blue economy to thrive and for the economy to be better for everyone.
While speaking, Mrs. Catherine Nwuba, in her address, explained the documentation process for assessing claims.
We're here to talk about the IOPC fund compensation, how you will, individual victims of oil pollution damage can get their compensation from the International Oil Pollution Compensation Fund. It is a section of the International Maritime Organization who are specialized in compensating victims of oil pollution damage in the marine environment. You can fish and then along the way, when the oil gets into the ship, you know what it means. Government will not allow people to consume such food. So you are entitled to apply to this International Oil Pollution Compensation Fund, IOPC fund, to get compensation for what you are doing, because within that period, you know that you can no longer fish. Government will not allow you to continue fishing for the health of you and I. So you are expected to be compensated for such.
The International Oil Pollution Compensation Funds, otherwise known as IOPC funds, are two intergovernmental organizations, the 1992 Fund and the Supplementary Fund, which provide compensation for oil pollution damage resulting from spills of persistent oil from tankers.
You talked about the conferences that you'll be organizing. I would even add that in addition to those conferences, we would also collaborate with you on the training aspect on safety. So between the house and the agency, we should be able to work out an arrangement where both sides would benefit from a training arrangement that would be in the interest of the industry, the policy, and the regulators.
Nimasa this week, the voice of Maritime, showing on these stations. Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
It's been an exciting time on the program today, and I'm certain that the numerous engagement ongoing in the maritime sector will spring great and mighty things. Until we meet again on this platform, bye for now.